Hi, I'm Michael. What do we refer to when we say word problems? Word problems are whenever numbers meet a lot of text. This type of question often takes the form of a kind of short story, which usually relates to the sections rate and work, interest, ratio and proportion, descriptive statistics, sets, and counting methods and probability. Our goal in a word problem question is to turn the story into an algebraic expression as quickly as we can. And when the algebra is not simple enough, we'd rather use simple numbers instead of variables. So the question we must ask ourselves when we see a word problem is, where do we get the numbers from? The first option is from the question stem. If the numbers are there, we can take the precise approach and simply plug them into an equation. For example, let's look at this question. Jane shared a cake with 3 friends, and each of her friends shared his piece of cake with his 5 children. What was the total number of people who shared the cake? Now, in a question such as this, we have all the information we need. We know the number of Jane's friends, and for each, we know how many children he has. So we can just build an equation. Jane plus 3 friends plus 3 friends times 5 children equals 1 plus 3 plus 15, which is 19. So on a question such as this, where all the information is given, we can take the precise approach and simply solve it. If the numbers do not appear in the question stem, we may want to use an alternative tool, such as using the numbers which appear in the answers. Let's look at an example. 8 white tickets and P/7 pink tickets are scrambled, and 1 ticket is drawn at random. If the probability that this ticket is pink is 1/3, what is the value of P? Here the question has a variable, P, whose value we don't know. One thing we can do is simply pick an answer and try solving for the value in it. We'll start with the median answer, C. If P equals 21, that means there are 21/7 pink tickets, which is 3. So the chance of picking a pink ticket out of all the tickets is 3/3 plus 8, which equals 3/11, which is not 1/3. This means we can not only eliminate C, but also A and B, since we need an answer which makes P larger. Trying D, 28, we get 28/7, which equals 4 pink tickets. So the chance of getting pink is 4/4 plus 8, or 4/12, which is exactly 1/3. That's it. We use the numbers in the answer to turn the text into an equation that works. Sometimes, though, we'll have no numbers in the answer choices either. In this case, we'll use a different alternative tool and make the numbers up ourselves. Here's an example. If there are X people in group A and Y people in group B, Y is greater than X is greater than 1, then the fraction of the number of different couples that can be formed in group A divided by the number of different couples that can be formed in group B is, here we have no numbers at all. So we'll just choose ones that are easy to work with. If we let X be 2 and Y be 3, the equation will be 1, since only one couple can be formed out of 2 people, divided by 3, since 3 couples can be formed in a group of 3. We'll just plug in X equals 2 and Y equals 3 into the answer choices, and we'll quickly see that only one of them, E, gives us the same value. That's our answer. We chose numbers and turned the story into a simple equation. Another option we have when there are no numbers available is taking the logical approach and not using any numbers at all. For example, 2 runners started running at the same time from the same spot on the circumference of a regular course, in opposite directions. Up until the time they meet, the sum of their respective distances from the starting point was how many times the length of the circumference of the course. Now, by the time the runners first meet, one will have completed part of the circumference while the other will have completed the rest of the circumference, meaning that together they completed the distance of the circumference exactly once. Here we managed to solve the question without using numbers at all. To recap, word problems are about turning text into algebraic expressions, and when the going gets tough, the tough use numbers.